and gentlemen, when are you going to realize that you are a walking trophy? If you're watching my content right now or you're listening to this content on a podcast, when are you going to understand that you are very valuable and that you matter in this world? When you realize your worth as a person, you pay a price. Ladies, especially y'all, I know y'all don't want to settle and I know that you guys are worthy of more, but please do not minimize who you are and lower your standards just because you are way too impatient for more. Ladies and gentlemen, especially women, just because you are way too impatient to wait for more, please do not lower your standards. Do not be desperate. Don't just be with someone just to say that you have somebody. I don't care if it's your friends. I don't care if it's your family. I don't care if you got people around you that are in relationships and you feel lonely and you feel like a third wheel because you don't have anybody. Do not adapt to your environment because you are way too impatient for God's blessing. Don't lower who you are as a person just because you don't want to be lonely anymore. You don't lower yourself just to meet other people. Understand that you are very valuable and that you are a walking trophy. And let me tell you this. When you are really worthy and you notice your self-worth, you do pay a price. You're going to have people around you, whether it's your friends, whether it's family, that they're going to tell you, oh, just be with this person so you don't have to be alone. Just be with this person because you don't want to be single anymore. Or just date this person so that you can have somebody. Don't lower your standards to meet someone else. That person has to rise just like you rise, just like you know your self-worth, just like you know that you are top tier. That person has to rise as well. We are no longer tolerating BS. We are no longer tolerating half relationships. We are no longer tolerating toxic relationships. Understand that when you rise to the top, you are going to lose people along the way. And that is okay. It's okay to outgrow people. If you got people in your corner right now and they're just bringing drama into your life, they're just bringing toxic energy, they're just bringing you down, they're just minimizing who you are as a person, unfollow them. Remove yourself from those situations. When you guys are doing what's best for you, when you are choosing yourself, don't question God. Why are you losing people along the way? You're not losing anyone along the way. God is just removing the snakes. God is removing people that are not serving you. God is removing people that do not align with who you are anymore. Notice that when you become the best, healed version of yourself, the people that once was with you, they cannot relate to you anymore. They do not resonate with the highest, newest version of you. They don't relate to the healed version of you. So notice that you are a walking trophy. Don't adapt to your environment because everyone else is doing it. You are not a bandwagon person. You were not meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. So many people are just following the crowd. So many people are just following the trend. So many people just jumping on people's bandwagon. Cut off access from people that do not need access from you. You are not the person that is going to be around everyone's face and be around everyone else and do what everyone else is doing. You are different. Notice how valuable you are. You weren't meant to fit in. You were simply meant to stand out. You were meant to be different. You were meant to be great. You were meant to be unique. Your path is going to be a little bit harder because God got so much more for you. God got so much more blessings for you. So stop trying to follow everyone else around you. Who cares if they settled in their relationship? Who cares if they don't follow their goals? Who cares if they don't have a vision? Don't be like them. Don't ever minimize who you are just so you can fit in with the crowd that you are in. This is the first time that I am single in a long time, and I've just learned so much about myself. I have so much more peace. I have so much more clarity. And let me tell you something. In my single season, I learned to love myself so much more. I've learned to pour that energy back into myself because when I was in these relationships that were so toxic to myself, that were so toxic to my mental health, I felt so drained. I felt like I was losing myself. I didn't even know who I was anymore. I didn't even love myself. I didn't even value myself because I was accepting so much disrespect. I was accepting the bare minimum. And sometimes it don't even be the relationships that you are in. It be the friendships. It be the people that you surround yourself with. Just because they settled for less, why do you have to? Just because they're miserable in their relationships and that's okay to them, why do you have to be miserable? Just because they don't want to follow their passion and they don't want to get up and they don't want to grind for themselves, why do you have to follow? Just because you're in this family and these family are so toxic to you, these family members are not good for you, does not mean you have to keep tolerating them. There is such thing as loving people from a distance. There is such thing as outgrowing people. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're mean, like you're a bad person because you don't want to be around part of that crowd anymore. Sometimes God puts you in difficult paths so that he can put you in the right path. You're going to be in a difficult journey, meeting toxic people, but that journey is to get you to the right path. That journey is to get you to the right destination. Don't let family members, don't let toxic relatives block you from your blessings. Don't let these friendships that you are settling with, that you know you deserve more, you know that you deserve better, you know that these people are not bringing any type of peace or value into your life, block you from your path. You are not a bandwagon person. So just understand that you are very valuable. Your presence alone is more than enough. And if people around you cannot see your worth and they cannot see your value, if people around you make you feel like you gotta diminish who you are, if people just wants to dim your light, if people do not want what's best for you, you need to remove yourself from those situations. You need to change your company. A lot of y'all be around y'all company and y'all notice when y'all not around these company anymore, you guys feel bothered. You guys feel anxiety. You guys feel stressed out. You guys have that negative spirit. It's because that's your intuition is trying to tell you you should not be around these people anymore. These people are not good for you. There is a time in your life that when you want to level up, that when you want to do so much better for yourself, that when you just choose you, that when you heal, that when you really love yourself more and you just get to a point in your life where you want peace, you realize that a lot of these people are not for you. And if you keep rising to the top, you're going to realize a lot of people is going to fall off in your process because they weren't meant to be in that huge best version of yourself. So stop complaining to God and stop getting mad at the process. Notice that the process is processing and God is just removing people that were not meant to be in the next version of yourself, in the huge version of yourself. Notice that you are valuable. Do not settle for anything that does not meet your alignment. Do not settle for anything that you do not want to. Just because the world is desperate right now and they just want someone just to have anybody, you do not adapt to your environment. You keep rising. And if your environment makes you feel less than, you are in the wrong environment. But you should always feel that within. You don't need other people's validation. You don't need other people's approval. And if you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back for more videos. Also, check out my Amazon storefront. It will be linked in the description below.